Now, President Trump was obviously asked to weigh in about this, and he made a great point, and one that needs to be made again and again and again. This all ties back to who was in charge, who was actually making the decisions while he was president, and who was behind the Autopen.
The story doesn't make any sense.
He said, if it's the same doctor, he said there was nothing wrong there, and that's being proven to be a sad situation. And the Autopen is becoming a very big deal. You know, the Autopen is becoming a big deal because it seems like that maybe was the president who ever operated the Autopen. So it's a very, very sad situation. And I feel very badly about it. And I think people should try and find out what happened, because I'll tell you, I don't know if it had anything to do with the hospital. Walter Reed is really good.
Yeah, it was
the
either
Autopen.
The Autopen was either Jill or Obama, right? And I tend to think that it was maybe Obama was like having a very big influence on probably Jill doing a lot of that. Don't you think?
What's terrifying to think about is that that horrible little chick that was a Democrat donor and operative who's trying to make all the rounds on the talk shows, that Lindy girl, you know, the Lindy chick, she's
the Asian chick.
Yes. She's saying that it was actually the people that were running the country weren't even somebody as, I guess, high up as Obama. It was the freaking staffers. Like our country was literally run by a bunch of clowns,
young morons.
Young people. Yeah. Like imagine a bunch of Harry Sissons copied and pasted.
Oh my God, Marianne.
That's who was literally running the country.
Oh my God.
It's her, and you have to take everything that she says with a grain of salt, but I don't doubt it because of how much we've been lied to. You know what I mean?
And how horrible the country was run into the ground over the past 4 years, and the decisions that were made, and just the crap that happened. I mean, we were talking about stuff every single day. We'd be like, what is going on?
Yeah.
So
that's why I don't doubt it. I just don't.
Yeah. It's a plausible theory.
I know. But speaking of the Autopen, James Comer is actually looking into this, and he thinks that they're getting close to some investigative breakthroughs.
And looking at who was controlling this Autopen, because Joe Biden, I mean, he's demonstrating that he doesn't have all the cognitive capabilities they had. That interview was from 2023.
Yeah, that's hard evidence. Early in President Biden's term as president, it clearly shows that he was in significant mental decline. It questions who was actually making the decisions. So what we found is not just with the pardons he issued, but many of the executive orders that the courts are now using to Trump-proof, many of the executive orders that President Trump is trying to implement to make government more efficient, many of these executive orders, as well as the pardons of Biden's entire family as a result of our investigation, these were all signed with the Autopen. We think we've identified who the staffers are. Jason, you all have done great work with that over at Heritage Oversight. We're going to bring everyone that we believe was involved in any role in the use of the Autopen. We're going to invite them to come in for a transcribed interview. If they want, then they will receive a subpoena and they will have a full-blown deposition. But
my expectation.
I mean, what in the world?
Right? Can you imagine being one of those staffers and thinking you know everything, and now you could be facing some serious trouble?
I hope so, though.
I do too.
I hear this and I'm just like, really? Because I've seen Comey get on a talk show and talk about, you know, thumping people's skulls before and nothing freaking happened. So I just want to see it. I'm a lot disillusioned by people in our government right now. I just want to see some accountability from somebody. Just
even like a piece.
Maybe just a shred, right? Just a small bite, a like morsel, a sprinkle,
perhaps, like just a dollop of accountability.
A dollop would be great. Yeah, that'd be great. A dash, maybe just a dash.
A pinch of it would be awesome.
Good Lord, I'm sick of the talk. Can somebody do something? That'd be great.
Yeah. Well, you're definitely going to be sick of this talk because it's Hakeem Jeffries, King Paws himself, who is suggesting to all of us we should not talk about this cover-up thing right now because cancer.
Again, sympathy.
That President Biden is going to meet this moment with the courage and resilience that he's consistently shown.
Is he crying?
Seems to me entirely inappropriate that at this moment in time, when President Biden is dealing with a serious and aggressive form of cancer. There are Republicans who are peddling conspiracy theories and want us to look backward at a time when they actually are taking health care away from the American people. No, as House Democrats, we're going to look forward. They literally are trying to take health care away from millions of Americans at this very moment in the dead of night. And Republicans want to fan the flames of conspiracy theories at this moment?
Oh my God.
No, thank you.
They used him.
He's still saying conspiracy theories. There's no conspiracy.
Totally. They used
God.
Biden. He was a total puppet for the Democrat Party. They used him, right? They just propped him up like Weekend at Bernie's. And now they're using his cancer as a political tool. That's what they're doing. And then he has the audacity to use that in front of all of us. He just did it. He used it and then try to talk down to us as he's like, he's some sort of a moral pillar. F you, dude. You don't get to do that. Some of us understand what you're doing. Like,
well, I can't even believe he's trying to get away with saying any of this is a conspiracy. Like when you have Jake Tapper finally writing a whole book about it, you don't get to say this is made up anymore. Dude, we all see it now, okay? Like even the lefties see it. So Hakeem trying to say, this is a ridiculous conspiracy theory just makes him look like a worse liar. Oh my God. It's just absolutely the best. And so too are the classes that you can take for free at Hillsdale College. You guys, you can take actual Hillsdale College courses and they have a whole series right now. This is so cool. So they've got a 7-part lecture series all about capitalism and how it's the most moral, just, freedom-based system of government, essentially, that you can possibly have. It lifts more people out of poverty than any other system ever has before it. And yet right now it's getting the worst rap ever. I mean, you hear all kinds of idiots on college campuses, no less, talking about how capitalism is evil. I mean, it's insane. This should be required viewing for literally everybody in college, no matter what school they go to. And the fact that it's free, that they offer so many of these online lecture series from some of the greatest professors out there, I love that. I love that they're accessible. I love that they're free. And this is a fantastic 7-part series. So just a couple of the highlights of what you'll learn if you take it. You'll learn about the role of profit and loss. You'll learn how human nature plays a role in whatever economic system we have, why capitalism depends on property rights, private property rights, the rule of law, and freedom above all, and why it's ultimately a system that encourages morality rather than undermines it. Super interesting class. You can just visit hillsdale.edu/chicks to sign up. Again, it's hillsdale.edu/chicks.